Hey, what's up guys, myself, and welcome to this PC build video. Long story short, this is a PC, not exactly PC build, it's more like it's a showcase, not even PC build. Welcome to the showcase, where I show 3 PC builds on a specific price point with a new series that might be interesting for you guys, for a specific use, of course. I will mention what the specific use is going to be. And the middle or even to the end of the video, I will explain why you should or why you shouldn't, mostly why you shouldn't get this 3 builds. I know, kind of weird. It's contradictory to the whole point, but whatever. You're gonna understand the video later on. Anyways, without wasting time, let's get right to the choices, shall we? Now, for the choices, we are separating into 3 sections. Okay, correcting my self-dumbness that I don't know, I have no clue what I just said. What I'm going to be separating essentially is the cheaper one, which will be used for mostly 1080p gaming, uh, actually streaming. You could say streaming, and pretty much good for what the price is going to be paid for. The middle budget, which is something in between, which is not too cheap but not too expensive, is something that can do great for gaming at 1080p and 1440p. You can also do streaming if you want to, but it's mostly for 1440p gaming at a high frame rate, or just good 1440p gaming in general. And then the high budget is going to be the one for high refresh rate 1440p gaming with streaming, with video editing, with pretty much everything in mind, which would be a better option for those who try to do more professional things. I don't know why I couldn't even say that, but there you go. Now, starting off for the first PC build is the $1,100. Well, it's a little bit more than $1,100 gaming PC, or the budget version with the 5070. Now, here's the thing. First of all, yes, it's the DDR4. Yes, it's DDR5 actually, not DDR4. I wasn't able to make a DDR5. Would be more cheaper if I use DDR4, which I would say just use DDR4. It's not that big of a deal. But we went to the DDR5 to make people happy, I guess. So it uses an i7-12700KF, slightly older but still decent CPU. 12 cores, although 8 performance cores, 4 efficiency cores. 240mm water cooler, an ASRock B760M PG Reptide motherboard, and 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM at a good speed, of course, and 1 terabytes of NVMe SSD, and all that with the 5070. That will be the price point. Now, who's this PC build is for? Well, specifically, it's for budget gamers who would prefer to spend around 1,000 to 1,100 ish, $1,000. This is slightly more expensive than $1,000, but again, you could just go with the DL4 and save up money on the RAM and maybe the motherboard, I guess. And you could save up money on a couple things in there, but long story short, it's around at that price point. And it's for people who just plan to play games in 1080p and even stream, of course. Now, do I recommend this for everyone? Well, kind of. Again, it is, in my opinion, a build that would probably just work with anyone. I just don't see the point of spending more than that. But if you're worried about an older processor, which is not that much of a big deal though, and a couple things here and there, maybe you prefer something else. Also, if you're planning to have more VRAM, a 5070, while it has 12 gigs, which is more than enough, maybe you would prefer something else. In general, though, this is probably going to be the type of build that most people will go with anyways. But would it be the fastest one for gaming? No, that will be for the other one. Now, when it comes to the 1440p type of PC build that can play games in a very high, very well matter with best performance, that will be for the $1,500, less than $1,500 gaming PC build using the RTX 5070 Ti. Again, it has a Ryzen 7 9700X, which I believe it's maybe even slightly faster than the 12700KF, which is better for gaming. It's not the X3D version, but again, it's not that bad. Still the same thing, 240mm cooler, although a better one. And decent motherboard, same scenario. It's 32 gigs of RAM, DDR5. I believe they're the same. Yep. And 1 terabyte of NVMe SSD. And right, about the case, I forgot to mention the case is for the $1,000 is this one. but for the 1500 is this one. Because it was a cheap but nice looking case. So it's a small beast of a gaming PC that's better for 1440p gaming and also the faster one. And you can also stream with this one, and game and all that stuff. So if you're playing for 1440p with more frames and all, this will be a better option for that. Even better than the previous one. So yeah, but also probably one of the other choices that people will go to it as well if you're planning to do something a little bit more. So yeah. Now, if you want to do something like streaming, gaming, editing, but in the best possible way, then you probably will be spending around $1,800. For example, this one, $1,848 for something that will do even more. And I mean even more. So we're going with the Ryzen 9 7900X. So, well, you know, literally 12-core processor on this one of pure performance cores, which is much better than the 12700KF. It uses a 360mm coolers, so you know, looks nice, better cooling, I guess. Better motherboard, I mean, we're going with the same RAM, 32 gigs will be enough, and 1 TB of NVMe SSD. Better case though, we're going with 1000 watts because we're going with the 5080. Now, if you're going to be playing on better gaming and better editing and just overall better, you know, workloads, a 5080 will hopefully, supposedly, we'll get to that in a bit, be a better option for that. So yeah, if you're planning to do something like doing better video editing scenarios and whatnot, this will be the option. Oh, and also the case is, it's actually a very good case. It's like combining the two cases from previously, just making something much better. So yeah, much better. Now to the question, should you build this? Short answer, not exactly. Long answer, with the release of the 5080's performance and the 5090, you kind of just feel like it's just a disappointing scenario. Like, I mean, I already explained it on the previous, I made a short, you guys probably will prefer to watch that. But long story short, the performance are just not that great. Which brings to the other thing. And also finding the stock for them is barely even reliable because NVIDIA is trying to make it like it's actually an important product by making less stocks and selling it and being like, look, see, it's selling a lot. And other reasons, also capitalists and stuff. I guess I shouldn't really just mention only NVIDIA on this scenario. But long story short, yeah. So what would I recommend? Well, if there is a 40 series available, because that's another issue, not that much, then I'll probably recommend just sticking with the 40 series. The things you're going to lose is kind of annoying and might be important for some people, specifically for the DisplayPort 2.1. If you have a monitor without connection that supports for like high refresh rate. Yeah, going from 480 hertz that you were dreaming to just 240 or 360, something like, or you know, less. Although not that big of a difference for me, but for some people might be annoying. But for the most part, just go with the 40 series, especially if you can find it for a good price point. Just go with that. Don't waste money. Just get a 40 series. You're gonna be good with that. Yeah, that's actually pretty much it. Just go with the 40 series. You'll get almost the same performance as the 50 series. I'm not even joking. Especially for the 5080 and the 5090, the predecessor is not that big of a difference comparing to the, you know, newer versions. So long story short, yeah, if you do want to get the 50 series, 5070 and 5070 Ti, that's probably the only cards that you'd probably be interested on. At least until they release the performance scenario for those cards, and you know, we find out that it's also relying mostly on AI and not performance itself, then in that case, I guess just go entirely with the 40 series and be done with it. If you can find it, because that's another issue. It's not that easy. So long story short, should you build this? No. At least right now, no. But if you take a little bit of time and if things go worse, then that will probably be the only options you have. At least for the most part. Because again, also there's an issue of the 50 series price being too high at the moment. So, you know, having that 30 series scenario happening again. So long story short, wait or just get the 40 series. If you get the 40 series in your build, I guess you're just fine. But if you want to wait until things just go down and more calmly, then that and also hopefully then never actually build an actual PC after the 30 series. Unless you did, which in that case, you don't really need to upgrade anything. But long story short, if you just look like a first time or whatever, but you need something that's good, get the 40 series, or wait till the 50 series, bad scenario, calms down. I'll be linking on the description these 3 builds anyways, if you want to build one of those. They're going to be good for each of its own thing. But it's not necessary to do them. I wouldn't recommend it. Even I'm kind of disappointed with the 50 series release. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to build it, it's going to be in the description down below. You guys can change whatever you want. Do whatever you want with them. Give a like, subscribe there for more content, share this video. Remember to share this to your family, to your friends, to your pets. Yep, your pets. Remember to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell icon. Almost getting close to 800 subscribers, and also still getting closer to 1,000 subscribers. This month, last month actually was good. Thank you. So yeah, sorry for not releasing that much though. So I need to go because I'm late for work. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I need to get water. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.